I am totally not ready. Got my shirt kind of coming up around my midriff in a cool car and a cool December morning. None of that feels good. Got a ambulance flashing on by. Hope everybody's okay. Hello, Way Energy. Hello, user. Hello, Viekman. Hello, Keith. Where's my watch? Again, not fully prepared. Hello, user. Hello, NBO. Hello, Susan. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Otis. Hello, Keith. Hello, Maui Girl. I wonder if Maui Girl's really in Hawaii. If she is, she's probably not sitting in a Kia Soul outside of a Dunkin' Donuts on a 17-degree day, I would guess. Hello, Rebecca-ism, Lisa Smith, and Bay Grandma, and Maui Girl's still hanging out there. And she's like pinned to the bottom. She is attached to the bottom. Let Maui Girl slide on up and join the group. She's like waiting at the door. Hello, I'm from Maui. Aloha. Can I come in? Of course you can, Maui Girl. Come on in. Trying to get the heating right in my car. And so everything works out just fine. I don't know. I thought I'd had it figured out. I thought I had life figured out. Slash my costs. Keep a good attitude. Keep working hard at my restaurant where I wait tables. Keep going live every morning on TikTok and growing my social media audience. Despite these, I wouldn't quite call them concrete plans. I woke this night, during the night a few times, afraid of things that aren't going quite as I had planned. Good morning, Sandra Lynn, and hello from New Hampshire, Tim Lord. But good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. First of all, I'm worried that doing my show from my car, which is a Kia Soul, a 2025, don't forget about that, might become a distraction. I don't want this show to be about a Kia Soul or a guy sleeping in his Kia Soul for a period of time because he wanted to cut his costs or anything like that. This isn't about car life. And what I think's important about this show is the things I talk about, the topics I talk about, be it mental health or sobriety or anxiety or financial ups and downs or relationship stuff, is relatable to most people. And I wouldn't want my current situation, where I'm honestly living in my Kia Soul for the last 2 weeks, to impact the show in any negative way. Yes, there could be benefits. Yes, it could be interesting content. I was actually worried about that this summer. I went out to Yellowstone and I rode my scooter and everyone said, oh, that'd be great content. And it was all right. It was pretty good. If you go back and look at my videos from this summer, have Yellowstone as a backdrop. But I didn't want the show to be about a guy in Yellowstone. And I don't want this show to be about a guy in a Kia Soul. Although I like my Kia Soul and enjoyed my trip to Yellowstone. I mean, enjoyed might be overstating it. But it was a cool experience. So is the living in the Kia Soul. But I don't want these kind of tangential little journeys of mine taken away from the relatable content, if you will, and which I think is more important than Yellowstone or Kia Souls, is a guy going through stuff that is relatable to an audience and he has a gift of telling stories that seems to connect to an audience. Because not everybody's going to ride a scooter to Yellowstone, and not everyone's going to live in their Kia Soul for a few weeks. But the stuff that I go through in terms of sobriety or mental health or relationships or financial stuff hopefully connects. And hopefully my circumstances don't distract from the mission of the show. But anyway, again, my name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday morning. It is December 3rd. It is 6:07 a.m. Happy Tuesday. This is a little show I've been doing for a long, long time. 5.5 years, just about this month. It's a show about me talking. Good morning, Connor. It is a show about me sharing some experiences, sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life, kind of sharing the adventures of one man's life. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it is not just a show about me sharing my love of... Oh, sorry. Sometimes I get distracted with my intro. It is not just a show about me talking. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am so excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. They threw me a curve at Dunkin' Donuts this morning. Do I have the Dunkin' label out? Yes, I'm still working for that corporate sponsorship. Although I usually talk about Starbucks for the last week or so, I've been really pitching a mean tale about the greatness of Dunkin' Donuts. But yeah, no, they threw me a curve. My regular woman wasn't there, was not at the drive-thru as I ordered. $1,600 a month. But then their business started slowing and they hired a bunch more employees and our shifts got cut back and the hours of the restaurant got cut back a little bit. And so a couple of weeks ago, I go, I'm tired of stressing about this. I'm tired of trying to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills. Let's buy this car and stay in it for a few weeks. And I was excited about that. And I still am. Because the savings on it are great. I save like $60 a day. I save about $60 a day. And that feels good. But, I don't know, I just had slower shifts than I'd like over the last few weeks. Too many slow shifts. And too many hours cut back. And kind of has me worried. I'm a worrier. I deal with anxiety. And had me worried a little bit during the night. Oh, somebody sent me a rose. Thank you so much for sending me the rose. Sandra Lynn asked if I still go to the Starbucks downtown. Yes, I do. Was I there yesterday? No. I was to Dunkin' Donuts and then went to a different coffee shop. And ended up going to my Kia dealer yesterday afternoon. After I worked out, I was considering a bunch of different things. I thought about going to see a movie. I had kind of a free afternoon and thought about going to see Gladiator 2. You know, I think the movie selection is pretty slim pickings at the theaters for the last several years. Not many great movies have come out. I mean, I thought Top Gun was a big release and was exciting. But other than that, I think the movie selection's few and far between. And again, Gladiator 2 to me isn't that exciting, but it was the best of the bunch, so I thought about going. And I was considering going to a coffee shop before to spend an hour or two. And I didn't. Instead, I went to my Kia dealer and sat in the Kia dealership. Had a nice conversation with a woman who lives in Woodridge, Illinois, while she was waiting for her car to be fixed, and thought that was fun. And looked around and kind of evaluated and watched the salesman and watched the porters and watched the environment and watched the what they sell. I think they got a good line of products, and they have a neat display in the Naperville dealer. They have one of each of the cars, and they're all white. And they look real pretty and look real nice. And it's possible, I think, Kia could be an up-and-coming brand if it's not already. Maybe not. Maybe it is what it always will be. But anyway, I was impressed with the display. And display of the cars. And they looked nice. And I know my sister's in the market. And I took a picture of one that I'd never heard of and sent it to her and thought it'd be cool and reasonably affordable. And I don't know what my point is, but I had some coffee at the Kia dealership because I kind of wanted a different experience. It's interesting looking at people as they shop for cars or a car salesman moving around or what have you, as opposed to being in a Starbucks or a different coffee shop and have everyone be customers. And I was sitting there. I didn't see my car salesman. I didn't see the general manager that I also know. And I kind of wanted to see if anybody would say anything, and nobody did, and that was cool. I don't know. I don't know what my point is. Jimmy's in his 20s. He worked a third shift job, then went to a waiter job to work breakfast crowd. First of all, I'm a crappy breakfast waiter. If I'm good at waiting tables, it's not, I mean, I hustle. But it's not on sheer hustle or sheer volume. And the breakfast shift is different. People go to breakfast for different reasons than they go to dinner. Dinner, they're looking to have a nice time. And at breakfast, they're looking to be fed. And I think I'm more of a good time waiter. I know I am. My tables enjoy me. The service they get is great. But for breakfast, again, I work the breakfast shift out in Yellowstone sometimes. I remember sitting around a 10-top as they all ordered the hiker's special and going from one person to the next and verifying how they wanted their eggs and how they wanted their toast and what type of toast, and going, holy crap, I'm only 3 people down on this 10-top. It's going to take me a while to get through. Oh, I want the hiker's special. Isn't that great news? How would you like your eggs? Fruit cup or hash browns? What type of toast? Oh, I want a crispy. Gosh. Yeah, no, I'm not made for the, I think you need to be a better man than me. So, Jimmy, you're a better man than me to have the patience for the breakfast shift. Because, yeah, no, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Ugh. Still sometimes wake up at night screaming about that experience. Yellowstone was really interesting. But anyway, so I woke up a little anxious today. Good morning, Tanya. I woke up a little bit anxious today. Yeah, Jimmy, it's crazy. It's a totally different feeling. Like, people go to dinner, and I work at a nice kind of fun dinner place here in Naperville, and they're looking to have a good time, and I'm fun. Hey, welcome. Thanks so much for coming in. And if you say that to a breakfast customer, they're just going, I want my coffee, cranberry juice, need a refill on my cranberry juice. You know, people are kind of grumpy at breakfast. They want fed. They want refills on their coffee. Yeah. And when you're in Yellowstone, they want to get done quickly so they can cruise back out and get on the tour bus and continue their trip around Yellowstone. And I did not, yeah. Yeah. Hello there, Ping. How are you? Tanya, coffee first for me the morning, then I'm not grumpy. Well, here's some coffee. Cheers to you, Tanya. So anyway, it's Tuesday morning. It is Tuesday morning. I am going to see my children. I have 4 beautiful kids. I have 2 beautiful babies. And on Tuesdays, I pick up my little babies in the morning and hang out with them for several hours. Yesterday, I thought about doing it because I wasn't able to see them on Sunday because I worked. I didn't end up doing it. Considered it, but I'm excited to see them today. And I'm going to have to clean up my car and move things around and they're little. They're 2 and 3.5. Get ready for the, I wish I had, well, it's hard. It's hard with 2 little ones. I saw a mama leaving the gym with a baby, like she might have had 4. She might have had like an 8-year-old that was walking alongside. Maybe the 4-year-old was walking alongside. And then there was like a 2-year-old in her arms, and she was pushing a baby in a stroller. I think sometimes mothers have superpowers. I know they do. You see a mama like winging one of those car seats. Not the car seats, one of those, you know what I mean, the things that pop in the car seats, and can kind of hold that thing on their arm, baby carrier. I'll tell you, those are heavy. Those are heavy. I go to the gym. I know I could bench press 3 times what this mother can bench press, but she's able to carry this baby carrier with a child in it and make it look relatively easy. I don't know how they do it. Again, I think it's super strength. God has given women the ability of super strength. That's why you say mama bears. That's why a mama bear, although maybe only half the size of a papa bear, can fight off a papa bear to protect her young. things work out that way. Things work out that way. Not Original says, never underestimate a woman. I don't. I'm scared of most women. I think most guys are scared of most women. I think we could all get along if we could be honest. I think women run the world. I think women run the world. Heck, I worked at Target. You should see when a couple goes to Target and there's a child involved. The mother is in the lead going, this. And the dad has got his head down and pushing the cart and trying to keep the baby happy, going, yes, dear. Yes, dear. I'm telling you, women run the world. We just like to pretend they don't. I think if they wanted to, a group of Amazonian women could take over this world and would run the White House and win every election and would decide the paint color of every room and the softness of the furniture. And they would throw the men the scraps. They would throw the men the scraps. And the scraps mean they may give him a few hours on a Sunday morning and a six-pack of beer. And we as the male lion are simple beasts. Simple beasts that will say, thank you, dear. When are we decorating the Christmas tree? Can I finish the beer before I do it? And she gives him a look. And he just sits there and is afraid to speak. And she gives permission. Occasionally, we men stand up and want to have an opinion. I had a funny line for that. I don't know if it's appropriate. They call that divorce. I don't know if any of it's true, but I do think women run the world, so I don't think anyone underestimates women. I think we like to pretend we do, but we don't. You know, like I said, I know I'm stronger than a woman, but she could tear me apart limb from limb if she really would put her mind to it. That woman carrying the baby, you know, amazing strength. Did I sleep good last night? I kind of did. I had some worries on my mind. I had some worries on my mind. I cut costs a few weeks ago and just wanted to see what it'd be like saving some money and staying in my car just for see what would happen. And I don't know, I just had too many slow shifts at work and too many hours cut back. And it kind of had me worried a little bit. Ping says everyone has differences. Life experiences are not the same. Well, that's true, Ping. That is true, Ping. Am I a cop? No, I am not a cop. I'm not a cop. I'm a guy that waits tables. Currently waiting 3 nights a week. Was waiting 6. Believes he has a gift. We all have gifts in this world, and one of my gifts is being able to talk to a phone and carry on a conversation in a surprising manner, and come up with things to talk about even before he drinks his coffee. And yeah, so somebody's calling me young man. I do get everything I deserve in life. I appreciate that. But how old are you if you're calling me young man, third leg? I wonder. I'm 56. I am 56. Good morning, Sunday Sugar. How are you? Well, you're 52 and you're calling me young man. I appreciate that. Let's have a little coffee to... Well, I don't know if I want to call you third or leg, but I don't think I want to call you both. Oh, that was nice. I think after you drink a lot of Dunkin' Donuts, you kind of get used to it and spoiled to it. And perhaps the harshness of a Starbucks doesn't sit as well in my tummy as it did a few weeks ago. Oh, Chip, well, thank you. Am I the new Andy Rooney? You mean the old crotchety curmudgeon guy from 2020? Or not 2020. 60 Minutes? I don't know. Didn't he have like a crazy messy desk? I think he did. And, I don't know if I'm the new Andy Rooney. Well, thank you. I mean, I don't know. I think, first of all, what you guys don't see, the work I put in behind the scenes is tremendous. I mean, I got to wake up at 3:30 to get into makeup. And I have my staff pretty my face to look like it does in front of you now. But it takes a couple hours of makeup and patting down and flattening out skin and taping various body parts to where they should be to make me look this damn good. It doesn't come easy. Take it easy, ladies. Kim says he could talk about anything and make it interesting. Yeah. I wonder what he did before 60 Minutes. I don't know. Tuesday morning jokes. Could be a special feature. I don't even want to have special features. I want to do everything I can to avoid any set pattern to my show. And again, as I was pulling into this Dunkin' Donuts, I was worried, going, hey, I don't want to make this about Kia life or living in a car life. And because it's not going to be this way. And people often suggest I should do interviews. I don't want to rely on somebody else to provide content. Yeah, and I didn't want to make it about Yellowstone. I just want to make it about a guy drinking coffee and talking, despite his circumstances. Chip Bot calls it 30 minutes. That gave me a chuckle, Chip. That gave me a chuckle. But I talked for about an hour. Hey, Chris96 followed the live creator. Thank you so much, Chris96. You might be my first follower of the live creator today. I appreciate that because I go live every morning on TikTok. Talk for 30 minutes to an hour while I'm drinking coffee. Oh, Sunshine did as well. Thank you, Sunshine. I'm almost embarrassed to answer you, Dan. Dan wants to know what I had for dinner last night. I'm slightly embarrassed to answer. For those of you that have been watching a while, you realized Brian asked if Superman or Avatar would win in a fight. I've never seen Avatar, so I don't know who Avatar is. And as long as Avatar didn't have kryptonite, I'd take Superman. Well, thank you. What was I saying? Oh, dinner last night. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it. About a year ago, not quite a year ago, I've gained the weight back. I'm like 215, but a year ago I was like 221. And I discovered the key to weight loss was spending more time being hungry each day. People will laugh at that and say, oh yeah, well, obviously. But it's true. I think we count calories, and instead of counting calories, we should count the number of hours we are hungry each day. And so last night, after I went to the Kia dealer, hung out at the Kia dealer, and did some people watching, took a picture of some cars, I decided to go to the library in Naperville. Went to the library, read the paper, kind of an old pleasure, if you will. Something about holding a newspaper makes me feel good. Hello, Kathy. and read the Sun-Times and the Chicago Tribune and maybe edited a video or two. And it was like 6 o'clock. And I go, oh, what do I do now? I've already sort of eaten, but it is Monday. And here in Naperville, in the Chicagoland area, wherever there's Jewel grocery stores, they offer a special on Monday called Cheap Chicken Monday. And what Cheap Chicken Monday is, they normally sell 8 pieces of chicken, which, by the way, is a phenomenal deal, for $7.99. But on Cheap Chicken Monday, and yes, they don't spell it C-H-E-A-P like you would spell cheap, as in low cost. They spell it C-H-E-E-P, as in cheap, the sound chick makes. So it's kind of a fun play on words. But anyway, for $5.99. And let me tell you, the chicken is there, that they have there is delicious. And I went there it was probably 6:30 last night. I went to a different Jewel and looked at it, and it was bottom of the barrel stuff. It wasn't stuff to be proud of. It was, the stuff that had been picked over and probably been the wings and legs that have been sitting around there since their first vat in the morning, the chicken. And I'm going, I don't want any of that. I mean, I would if I had to, but that was going to spoil my Cheap Chicken Wednesday. And I looked, and he said, well, we're making up some more. It'll be ready in 10 minutes. And they got these big grease vats where they dump the chicken in. And said it'd be 10 minutes. So I walked around. Grabbed some cottage cheese. I forgot. I like cottage cheese. Starting my morning with cottage cheese and some apples. But I grabbed those 2 things. And then got back and stood there and was there a little early. And the woman was stressed, thinking I needed something. I go, no, I'm just going to stand here and wait. Kind of a small crowd gathered. And we joked. A guy went up and ordered some grilled chicken and said, oh, that's interesting. And he goes, yeah, my wife likes it fried. I like the healthier version of the grilled chicken. And I go, well, your wife's a smart woman. And he goes, she is. But anyway, the chicken eventually came out, and it wasn't that long, and it was right out of the fryer. Right out of the fryer. And took it. It comes in a little plastic bag. Took it to the woman in the line at the aisle, and she wrapped it in a brown bag and goes, it's going to be hot for you when you get home. And I go, oh, it's not going to make it home with me. And it didn't. I got to right here. You can almost envision it, with a brown bag, peeled open the plastic bag inside, grabbed into this scalding, hot, greasy chicken and went, Realized, I think I only knew of 1 napkin in my car. And it's a new car, and I didn't want it smelling like fried chicken or getting mess all over the place. But I also wanted to eat that fried chicken. And I went from one piece to the next, and occasionally I'd drop them back in the bag because they were so hot and would burn my mouth, and the grease would spill on my chin. Trying to save the 1 napkin to make it work so I could somehow cleanse myself adequately after my chicken feast. And I managed to finish off 8 pieces of fried chicken while sitting right here in the Jewel parking lot last night. And I was debating even eating anything last night because, again, I think you should spend more hours being hungry each day if you want to lose weight. And I'm like 215 now, and I think I look best at around 205 maybe. But I threw that thought out because it was Cheap Chicken Monday. Sarah said she feels as though I could convince her to stay in law school. Maybe. Do you want to stay in law school? Do you want to? Okay. It's cool. So you can leave leftovers in car. Do you have a mini fridge? Jeannie, I do. I could leave leftovers in my car. And let me tell you, last Monday, I also got Cheap Chicken Monday. And I did leave the leftovers in my car. And I left 3 pieces in my car. But last night, there were no leftovers. Last night, it was a grotesque display of overeating and total lack of self-control and gluttony. And I did it. I did it. Dan said I could be the face of Cheap Chicken Monday. They need a face. I wonder what it pays to be the face of Cheap Chicken Monday. You know, I wouldn't want to do it, but maybe I could do it, dress up in a chicken costume. And nah, that's not what I do. Sandra said she could eat dinner from Jewel every night. Yeah. Brian Spaeth gets so enthused when he eats chicken, he yells, "Chicken time!" before he starts. God, it's not just me. It's not just me. When am I going to get off to the gym to work that off? Chip, you cannot work off 8 pieces of fried chicken. For anybody that goes to the gym to lose weight, I think you're going to be disappointed. I think you're going to be disappointed. Because if I go to the gym, and I don't even run anymore, but I got a bad knee, because I got a bad knee, and I say I ran 5 miles, that might burn 600 calories. Those 8 pieces of chicken was probably 2,400 calories. So I think really the only way to lose weight, yes, it's good to burn calories, but if you're serious about losing weight, you got to cut back your eating. And I might, maybe I'll cut back my eating today. Maybe. I don't know. It's not a priority. Again, I'm 215. I don't know. I look pretty good. Did I get extra thighs? Truly, they don't give extra thighs. I tried that. I tried to trade the drumsticks in the other day for thighs, and the man looked at me like I was insane. Yeah, he didn't hear that. I would have. I love the thighs. They're great. Bossy asked, is this the content? Yes, it is the content, Bossy. Are you enjoying it? Did you hang out at a car dealership for fun? Or was I getting work done? Well, I mean, it was a mixture. First of all, I was hanging out going, could I work here? I don't think I could. I really don't. I think I'd be constrained by the environment a little bit. But it also gave me fun content to talk about today. And I met a woman. And they were giving out free coffee. And I was editing videos. So it was multi-purpose hanging out at the car dealership. Alexandra Hope said calories in versus calories out is the most important part. Yeah, but you can only burn so many calories, whereas you can cut your eating in half. You know, you could go from 3,000 to 2,500 calories a day pretty easily, but it's really hard adding burning an extra 500 calories a day. Emerging Beauty says, "Hey, good morning. This is the second time in one of my lives. I don't know what that last part means, so I won't even repeat it." Wait. Have you had $5 sushi on Thursday? No. Do they offer $5 sushi on Thursday? Ooh, I like it. I like Pizza Puff's idea. Well, my cholesterol levels, time to exchange ideas. I don't know. Hold on, I got behind. My story on the chicken got so long. TD goes for mental health. Do you think you are too picky when it comes to finding a job? Seems like there's always cons. No, well, I'm not even looking for a job, Jamie. I have a job. That's what I think. Unless you want to run all day. Is my new car okay? It's more than okay. It's awesome. Jamie, I keep my eyes open for jobs. Yeah. Are you guessing how tall I am? I did. I did. I applied for jobs. I investigated. I interviewed. But I'm not too picky. You know what I mean? I'm not too picky. I'm just looking for the right opportunity. If the right opportunity comes along, yeah. What kind of traditional job would I take? I don't know if I want a traditional job. Tanya, I don't know what you mean. Do I know about window insulation? Do I know about window insulation? I mean, I know what windows are, and I know what insulation is. Is there something that could be easily placed on the windows to insulate them and taken down that wouldn't take up much space? If so, I'd be game. I'll tell you what, there was a layer of ice on my windows this morning. There was a layer of ice on my windows this morning. I turned on the defrost, and there was drips coming down my window, and I tried to turn on the windshield wipers to wipe away the drips. And I realized the drips were on the inside. Evidently, the breathing I do during the night causes my windows to fog. Who knew? You have a nice voice for radio, maybe audiobooks. Mall Santa. I don't even have a beard. If I was a money manager, why don't I day trade? I tell you what, the more people that ask me why I don't day trade, the more I think the market's probably going down. You were at the dealership. I was at the dealership yesterday, Tanya. Yeah, it's on the inside. I get it. Why don't I day trade? Breathe less. Kim, now that's a heck of a suggestion. Breathe less. Do you ever, I remember as a kid, my parents always kept the heating down really low. And it was the 70s. We were probably cutting costs. I don't blame them looking back. But I'd often sleep with my head under the blankies to get my breathing in and to warm up the area. Sometimes I'll do that here. And sometimes the air gets so heavy and heavy, full of humidity, it's almost hard to breathe. And then I'll peek my lips outside the blanket or the coat or whatever I'm using to keep my head warm, and I'll go, and it'll be like ice cold. No wonder there was ice on the windows. No wonder there was ice on the windows. See, I tell you what, I'm feeling better. Are you guys feeling good? Did I check on my scooter at the dealership? Yes, I actually talked to a guy about it. I did. Still not sure what to do with it. Don't want it to be in the way. The guy was cool, but I don't want it to be in the way. If he found a spot for it on the back corner of the lot, I'd be appreciative. I wouldn't be too worried about the weather getting it. And if it did, it'd be okay. Have I ever seen a tornado in real life? Brian, I have not. About 3 years ago, there was one that came 2 blocks from my house. It was at night. It was on Father's Day. I think it was 2021. And it's just over 3 years ago, because I had been drinking all day because it was Father's Day, and that's what I did on Father's Day. I drank all day. But yeah, it came a few blocks away, and like 2 tore down trees and ripped up garages and stuff like that. But there was not even a branch down in my yard. It was weird. I have my health, so I don't have problems that bad. Nisha, I don't say I have problems. We all have problems. This show's not about woe is me or I'm screwed or me bemoaning anything. My biggest problems are my mental health and keeping a positive attitude. And I think probably that's all of our biggest issues that we're facing. Because if you can have a positive attitude, I remember going through my first divorce, I was feeling really, really low. and realized the one thing that was a risk to everything was letting what I was going through at the time hurt me mentally. And somehow during that realized if you keep a positive attitude, you can get through all sorts of hard stuff. Hey, Paul, thank you so much for following the live creator. Well, great for you, Jeannie. Way to go. She says her positive attitude is her biggest strength. Yeah, I think it needs to be. Because without it, you're screwed. It doesn't matter how much you can lift or how much you make or how beautiful your wife is or fancy your car is or big your house is or expensive the vacation you're going on. If you don't have a good attitude, you're screwed. It doesn't matter. None of the other stuff matters. And almost, if you do have a good attitude, the negative, the cold weather, the car troubles, the relationship troubles don't matter either, because you can get through it. And part of this, I think, is coming from me going to church over the last 5 years and realizing I wasn't the only one that had negative thoughts and negative stuff bouncing around my mind, or was afraid or felt bad about myself and who I was and where I was going and what was the point to it all. And I started going to church and kind of started feeling better. Because the words that were being put up on the screen in front of me from the Bible seemed to be written for me. Felt good. I want to make sure my phone's not getting hot. Do I miss my ex? No. I miss having somebody. I'm happy for both. I have two ex-wives. I'm happy that both of them seem like they're doing well, and wish them the best. But do I miss them? No, I don't think I was meant I should be with either of them. Somebody says they're struggling bad. They still suffer from childhood trauma and depression. All right. Were you depressed this morning when you woke up? Probably. That's usually when I am or was. I tell you, again, it sounds so corny, but I think it sounds so corny. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. But if you sat there, because if you're depressed, you're going, oh, crap, I'm ugly. I'm not getting along with my parents, my kids, my wife, my boss. This sucks. Dinner was stressful last night. How am I going to pay my bills? This and that. You're focusing on bad stuff. And if you can get your mind focusing on some good stuff, and the easiest way to do that, is just starting the things and really do it and start learning. Start training your mind to focus on good things. And I tell you what, taking a sip of coffee. A lot of people, when they're looking for things to be grateful, they're grateful for their health or their kids or their big things. And it's great to be grateful for big things. But sometimes those are harder to see. And you have little miracles in front of you every moment almost. The cool air when I roll down the window, or this hot cup of coffee, or the smile on the face of the Dunkin' Donuts woman that I go see every morning when I order my coffee, or the sunrise. And if you can find a way not only to be grateful for it, and even if you don't believe, I'd say just for fun, just to do it to humor me, start thanking God for those things. I tell you, I mean, when you sneeze, a lot of people could get in a bat angry because they sneezed and darn this, my allergies, or darn this pepper. But if you really think about it, a sneeze feels awesome. And you can be thankful for a sneeze. And I just tell you, they're all around you. Kathy says self-talk is super important. Yeah, person I'm talking to, pop on some positive affirmations. And I know that sounds cheesy too. But I will tell you what, 5 years ago, right when I was starting this show, I was listening to the voice inside my head. And it was, you suck, you're a failure, you're a loser, you're ugly, nobody likes you, you're broke, this and that. And that's a hard voice to live with, and I think a lot of us do. And I think we can be the cruelest person to us. Yeah. So I'd flip on some positive affirmations as you go about your day and have a voice kind of wash out your negative voice saying, hey, you matter, you're important. You bring something good to this world. Your smile lights up a room. And I tell you what, you'll start feeling better. Your chest will puff out and you'll go, yeah, I am important. I do matter, and you'll start feeling better. And it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, it does. You can start feeling a little better. But it's a habit you got to get into of being kinder to yourself and more thankful for things. And I don't know, you'll end up like me, laughing and smiling, twice divorced, living in a Kia Soul, working as a waiter, but still happy. I don't know. It's kind of a cool thing. Well, I'm not trying to take anything from away from you. You be you, Estee. Sarah Jane walks 10 miles a day. Yeah, walking, I'm not a huge walker, but I think it's probably like an opportunity to meditate almost. And to just get out there and hear the crunch of your shoes as they hit the ground and, I don't know, kind of take yourself away. Lisa, I'm not reading any books right now. Somebody suggested one to me, and I looked it up, and it wasn't at the library, so I didn't get it. Good morning, Izzo. And, so I'm not reading any books. Well, good for you, Sarah Jane. Well, it's about 6:55, guys. In an hour and a half, I'm picking up my little ones. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I had a friend suggest I take them to Bass Pro Shops. Bass Pro Shops. Apparently they have a bunch of kid activities and different things scheduled at different times of the December. And I thought, maybe that'd be good. It'd be a good change of pace. I've been taking them to my gym. They love the play area there. I think I've taken them there twice. And it's a good start to my day. I get a quick workout in while the kids are happy and playing with other kids. But maybe I could start at Bass Pro Shops. Bring them to a trampoline park. A lot of people come up with like suggestions like that, like a trampoline park. And I think most people don't understand, as a divorced dad, what's tough is you don't want to take your kids to Great America every time you see them, or to Disney. You know what I mean? You miss the little things, the time on the couch where they might be watching Sesame Street and you're singing, the little things. Because life's not about going to a trampoline park or going to Disney World. And the hardest thing, I think, at least for me right now, since I don't have a home to take them to, is just the quiet time, even though it might not be quiet. But the time where they're contained and safe and reasonably happy, and I can kind of watch them. Yeah, it is the day-to-day moments. Again, I had them on Thanksgiving, and it was the first time I'd had them for like 12 hours straight in a few months. And it was so nice because Augie climbed up. I had my arm across the couch and was resting on Eve's foot. And then Augie climbed up and got in my arm, and it was the sweetest little thing. It was the sweetest little thing. My knee just cracked. Kind of felt good. Right there, I could either go, oh, darn it, my knee's been hurting lately, or that crack felt pretty good. And I will tell you, I will feel better if I look at that crack as a positive thing. My knee sneezed. Bless you. Bless you, little knee. But it's 7 o'clock. I've got about a half a cup of Dunkin' Donuts. I have about a half-hour ride to where my ex-wife lives with my kids. I might start on my journey and stop at a Starbucks about a third the way there, edit some videos, post some videos, drink a little more coffee, maybe eat some cottage cheese and some apples, and then go pick up my little my babies today. And I am looking forward to that. It's the cutest thing when my kids run out of the house and Evie is like this and she's running at me and I go, hey, and then she runs by me and goes right to the car. Then Augie will, I don't know, be Augie and be super cute the way he is. And I'm excited to see him. My kids are 2 and 3.5. And thank you, Jeannie. And thank you all for hopping on today. I appreciate you. And anybody that knew that followed today, I appreciate you as well. I go live every morning. I have fun doing this. It feels good for me. It's kind of a refresher course on how to deal with stress and anxiety because, I don't know, I think we all go through stuff. And knowing the stuff is coming and the smoother we can accept and be okay with ourselves and the stuff that's coming our way, the happier our lives will be. So I want to thank you so much for joining. Again, I appreciate you. I hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. I hope your week started off yesterday. I hope you're living in gratitude. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.